Welcome. So we have this trade on BTC. I'd called out this trade actually in my Telegram. If you go to my Telegram here, I'd sent this signal uh, on my Telegram. I told them that hey, I'm seeing some bullish momentum on gold. So if you're able, you should look for entries, right? You should look for entries because I'm seeing some bit of momentum on gold, right? That's what I told them. And yeah, if you observe over here, yeah, so Bitcoin, I told them that hey, I'm seeing Bitcoin has momentum to push. Look at this, and this signal when price was still underneath this level, right? So let me show you, right? We have this so price had made this higher low, okay? After it had made that higher low, what did we see? We saw price push up, okay? So after price pushed up, we had a correction and then a continuation. That was what I was looking for, right? That was what I was looking for. So we have this low, okay? So price made another correction here, and then above this level I was expecting for price to push. So yeah, that's what I sent them. I sent them this signal like, let me see, it was 5:48 yesterday. So today I woke up to see that Bitcoin is actually rolling up. Bitcoin is actually moving, right? And most people would ask me, but hey, where is your stop loss? Look at my stop loss. My stop loss would have been underneath this low. See this low over here? That was my stop loss. So I was using like 27k to make 195k, right? But that's not like the point, right? The major point is that it was such an easy trade, right? It's not easy, but simple. I made it as simple as possible because why not make it simple, right? If you're to lose money, why not make it simple? Because if you're to complicate your mistake, will you ever learn your mistake? I don't know if that makes sense. That makes sense, right? If you always overcomplicate your mistakes, if you overcomplicate how you do stuff, it will come to a point whereby you won't know what caused, right? What caused the mistake, right? Okay, so here I was on market structure, as I've shown you in the previous videos. We have a high over there. Price came, took out this high. Now, when price takes out a high, most of the time it will go for a correction. At least like 90% of the time it will go for a correction. Why? Because if price is to have that second momentum push, we shall have sellers first of all taking out some of their positions, and then we shall have more buyers coming into the market to lift the price even higher. So we can know that above this level, right, price is bullish. So above this level, which is around 64470, right, above 64470, price is bullish. It has shown us that it's bullish above, because why? You saw buyers coming in and taking out the high. Now after that was made, price again corrected, right? I'm ignoring all this because it's not so relevant, but what I'm saying is that price corrected and it respected the previous what? It respected the previous low. Now there's some people who would have taken here a supply and demand trade. Okay, this was like a good also supply and demand trade. But for me, I would love a high probability setup, right? I would rather take a high probability setup than, because it can just simply make a rejection and then sell off, right? But look at this. Once price was showing us a signal that it wanted to go above this level, I took my early entries here. All right, I took my early entries. Why? Because price has already made what? A higher low. I want you guys to observe that for a minute, right? We have a higher low, we have a new higher low, and then price is forming a new what? Higher low. So with that said, I was expecting that if price is able to make this higher low, it's not trying to go underneath this level. That means that there are buyers who are willing to take price towards this same zone above. So in Bitcoin, we can see a push towards this area here for price to take out this high over here. So that's around 308, right? 308. So draw. So see that the buyer stopped here and then they sold, right? So that means that I'm expecting for price to push to that side. So I'll go down to the low time frames. I'll go to like H1 and then see the structure even more clearly, right? But it was already clear on the M what on the H4. So if you observe, we have this high, right, on the H1. Price gave us the indication above this high, and then it resisted to go any lower than this. Look at this. Price came here, but it was not going underneath this low over here. So this was an area where price was refusing to go under. So I was like, okay, if price is refusing to go underneath this level, that means that there is enough momentum for price to do what? To have a second push. And also remember that I had already seen on the H4, the high time frame, that price is likely to become what? Bullish. So that's why I took this entry, right? This is why I took this entry. And I've been showing most of these signals on my Telegram channel. So please make sure that you take you join my Telegram channel, because I offer there free signals, right? I offer there free signals. Look at this. I'd even told them about US30. I give them analysis, I give them entries. Look at this. This is another trade on V25 index, right? This was another good buy signal that I'd sent. This was on V25 index, right? This was for a sell, this was for a buy, right? And this morning, if you observe, I took a buy. I gave them the signal for a buy, and if you observe,